Alright, guys. We are right back where we left off at the end of episode 1. So that was an epic way to begin our campaign against the British. They absolutely suffered here at Gibraltar. So let's see where we're at with everything. I believe yes, okay, so I've repaired everything over here. And I guess well, I couldn't have ended the turn, so I've still got all of this movement. That's incredible. Everything's looking good on the home front, as far as I'm concerned. Austria did declare war on us, but they haven't actually done anything, so I'm not really that worried about it. We're saving up money for this national monument, the Arc de Triomphe. The Arc of Triumph. So I don't think there's anything else that needs to be addressed this turn besides maybe these docks. Yes, okay. The docks are actually done. So, but we're only capable of building frigates, which I don't know how helpful that is because the British are going to have a bunch of ships of the line. They just start with more in this campaign, which I guess kind of makes sense. So let's build a dry dock and another dry dock. And we're building a dockyard there. Can we build the dry dock anywhere else? We could build one here. It's kind of risky because of the proximity to the British, but why not? Let's go for broke. Okay. So we're going to let our guys heal up in Gibraltar. We're going to let our navy chill, I guess. And then we will probably... Well, you know what? How much movement range do they have? My navy can get all the way up here to Britannia. So in 2 turns, basically, we could be in the UK. I'm gonna let my army chill out here. Because there's also some no, there's not really any unrest. You know what? Let's go for it. Why not? Oh. I always forget that you have to tell them to get on the ship like this. Okay. Yeah, let's go for it. Let's hope our navy doesn't get sunk. Oh, we'll see. Now they've lost their movement though. Okay, so it'll be 2 turns from now. Fine. Or 3 turns, rather, because the end of this turn... One more. Okay. Anyhow. So let's actually check our messages here on the side, since I missed that we had war declared on us, apparently. So, recruiting some guys, instructing some stuff. And we actually have the militia now to get rid of these pesky British from our dockyard. See, there's a ship of the line right there. Of course, that's a fragmented fleet. I wonder if they split their fleet or if that's just extra to what they normally have. I don't know. But let's see if we can get to Dublin. This is so stupid. I don't know why I'm doing this. Okay. So yes, it'll take 2 turns from this point. My path was blocked by some stupid Wait, Portuguese or Spaniards? Spaniards. Out of my way. Trying to get to Dublin. Trying to get some Guinness. Or some Jameson. This is so stupid. Okay, there's no English Navy here, so we're safe for now. No funny business going on here with Austria. This is glorious. Glorious, glorious, glorious. Okay. So here we are in early April of 1805. So it's only been a few months. And I'm about to land the Grand Arme'e on the shores of Dublin. Or on the shores of Ireland. Near Dublin, Ireland. Somehow, the British have not intercepted us. This is quite incredible, if I don't say so myself. So just out of spite, let's repair this trading port. Not that we really need it right now, but hey, why not? And then we will land our army very close to Dublin. And there is somewhat of a garrison there, it looks like. Can we attack it? No, same difference as last time. So let's fall back over there with the navy, with Villeneuve. And then these guys will attack next turn. And we almost have enough for that monument, just barely not enough. Frustrating. Can we build anything else? We haven't even gotten any research done. Oh, that college is done though. I can research something else. Let's do some national debt. Okay. It is 1805, and Prussia has canceled our trade agreement, probably because they're seeing me encroaching on their somewhat historical allies up to a point. Weimar Republic, we're looking at you. So let's see. Ah, they did the thing again. Prussia doesn't like me anymore. And Saxony. Well, that could be problematic. Oh, we have Alsace. Oh, we've had Alsace-Lorraine. Losing my mind. I'm losing it. And there is an allied army there kind of hanging out. Let's repair my members club. Okay. Actually, you know what? We could dismantle it and turn it into a college. Okay. So, the siege of Dublin. Somehow they have not caught on to what I'm doing yet. This is incredible. This is incredible. Okay. So we've got the 88th Foot twice. How can you have it twice? I mean, technically, I guess it's the 18th Regiment and the 21st Regiment. So those are some special line infantry. And then some British foot garrison, some militia, and then some armed citizenry, which is just a mob. Huh. Let's see how the 88th Foot compares to the Old Guard. Oh, I can't look at my guys. Alright, oh well. Ooh, now I could demand their surrender. But the British never surrender. Although I have a feeling they would in this case, since it's giving me the option. Well, let's expedite the process. Surrender to me. Okay. That was a little too easy. Now the question is, do I hold on to my territory, or, you know, that I've gained, or do I liberate Ireland? Liberation will give rise to a new protectorate in the region, loyal to your nation whilst diplomatic relations are strong. Conscripts will be granted to the liberating army on behalf of the new protectorate. Irish conscripts fighting the English. I think we've got to liberate them. Oh, it just gave me like normal militia for me. That's lame. That's super lame. Oh well. Oh well. Well, we'll get rid of these banged up Voltigeurs and put the conscripts in, and then hop back on our boat, who has no more movement now. And then we will work our way down from Edinburgh down to Cardiff and then London. We have freed Ireland, though. This is a beautiful sight. That wasn't politically correct. That wasn't politically correct, maybe. Okay. Anyway. And we have enough to build the Arc of Triumph, which we're gonna do. Bam. Cool. Next turn. So it looks like the Austrians briefly raided Augsburg. We got some trade routes being raided. Looks like a Dutch guy. No, it's a Russian? Okay. Sure, we'll build a logging camp. Our allies are just hanging out. I love this. Württemberg, you guys have a cool flag. You guys are okay in my book. Hesse Castle joined our enemies. Okay. That's fine, because we're about to take over Edinburgh. So... maybe if we land our guys, like, right there. There's some British ships. Alright. Send them that way. Well, we've got the Grand Arme'e in England now, so... we're a lot more ahead of schedule than I thought we would be. We haven't even had to build any ships. This is kind of utterly ridiculous, to be honest. But, I guess next turn in late May, we will probably absolutely... we can probably get them to surrender. This is so stupid. Okay, well, next turn. Late May? Yeah. Raiding us down there where we don't care. That's not our objective. Napoleon, Edinburgh. Demand their surrender? And they did. Now, do we also liberate Scotland? I don't think we do. I think they're going to cause too much trouble, so we're going to peacefully occupy. As if the Irish aren't trouble. I'm going to start a war. Okay. Let's block this port that still owns to them. That they still own. Ah, you see. There's all of their troops. This is going to be a bloodbath. Okay. I knew I had to be missing something. This big doom stack is what I was missing. So it's probably a good idea to let our boys chill out in Edinburgh for a little while. Not even worry about Wales. I don't know if this port's doing too much good. Maybe I ought to... I don't know. We'll just hang out there just in case. Okay. So let's go back to mainland Europe here. Our allies are still just hanging out, protecting us. This is amazing. Let's build a college. And can we build any more ships yet? Nope. Huh. But we can build a classical university. Why not? We want up here too. And... build a great arsenal. An opera house? Why not? Napoleon's a man of the people, after all. Got some cool looking units here. I'm just gonna start building units solely because they kind of look cool. And just in case we need them. So let's get some French mariners. And some Portuguese Legion. And Regiment de Catalan, which I think that's like Catalonia, like Spain. And Hibernia. And Chasseurs Flanqueurs de la Garde. Sure. Whatever you guys do. Cool. And then... what is that spy I sent down here doing? Is he just hanging out? He sure is. Let's send him to Vienna and see what they're doing over in Vienna. Look at that, our allies have encroached into Austrian territory. Are they trying to mount an assault on Innsbruck? I don't know. Kind of cool, though. Now if, you know, northern Italy would... or the Kingdom of Italy, Piemonte would do something, then that'd be cool. Italy. Salvo. Okay. Well, let's see what happens with this situation. I genuinely don't know how they're going to react to this. This is such a wet dream for Napoleon. Okay. Anyway, I'll quit flattering myself. Okay, we got a ton of notifications this turn in early June. Building sabotaged. That's not cool. You shouldn't do that. Look at Württemberg. They're just hanging out defending me from these evil Russians performing their special military operation in Bavaria. Uh-oh, I'm gonna get demonetized. Nah, they don't watch this far into the video. Ah, so we got logistics. Great. So let's now get... I don't know that anything's really all that useful. Plus 3%? Does it say 3? Sure, division of labor, why not? Symbol to proletariat. Sorry, my eyes are bad, even on my own monitor screen, so if I get some numbers wrong, that would be why. So let's build some wine estates, keep the people happy. They are French after all. And we can upgrade everything all of a sudden. I'm here for it. Upgrade the industry. Invest in the economy. I'm still curious to see what's going to happen with this situation. You know what? Nah, we don't need to worry about it. That's not our objective right now. It's not in the cards. Okay. Got the research. Let's see what else we got. Port blocked. Russians are really just not having it. Enemy raid over here. Recruit some guys. Trait gained. Jean Rapp is an armchair general. This... What does that do? Research points. +1 for military technologies. Okay. Armchair general. Kind of like me. Kind of like me. I feel you, bud. Those guys are getting their health back. I can apparently recruit dudes from here. That's kind of stupid. I'm not gonna lie. Lancer, heavy cavalry. Light cavalry, light cavalry. We don't want no light cavalry. Get that out of here. Get that out of my face. And somehow the people of Scotland are just okay with me ruling them. I mean, I would be too. Who am I kidding? Alright, anyhow. Do I go for it? I feel like I need my army to be in the best condition it could possibly be in to deal with what I'm about to have to deal with. Yeah. Okay, well, we're just gonna chill in Scotland for a little while longer. Only 20 minutes into the episode, we got time for an epic battle. We've recruited an agent, a gentleman. I'm gonna send him over to that cool new school we built in Bavaria, which is definitely against, you know, what happened in real history. They didn't have schools in Bavaria. Just pissing everybody off. Let's upgrade that lumber mill. Can we build ships yet? One more turn. One more turn till ships of the line. Come on now. I'm kind of disappointed in the British naval response to all of this. It feels kind of absent. Well, I guess it is absent. Just keep upgrading stuff. Let's make that a commercial port. It's in our safety net, why not? And it looks like our guys are pretty much healed up. So I'm going to go ahead and begin my march to London, which I think I'm going to use these cities as defensive points. I'm just going to march through all the way while simultaneously damaging their infrastructure or preventing them from using it. Stamford Bridge isn't going to work. Wait, no, Stamford's down here. whatever bridge this is, not going to work again. I feel like that was used at some point. I feel like I'm totally missing this and you're going to make fun of me in the comments, so do so at your own risk. Now what would be insane is if I could manage to get troops from down here over there, or like pincer them. That would be insane. All right, let's go for July. So we are in early July of 1805, a couple months into our campaign, and Munich has been besieged by some Austrians allied with Russians, and I don't have anywhere close to the forces necessary to stave them off. My allies have been worn down thin. Don't know what to do. Other than maybe get the Kingdom of Italy to join the war against Tessa Castle. Maybe that will cause them to fight. And they're not interested anyway. Screw you too. Does Sardinia want to trade with me while I'm at it? Do not presume that this agreement has dampened down the fires of our dislike for your nation. Oh, but they did agree. Well, I mean, dude, I'm in it for the money anyway. Why not? Okay. Now, the incredible thing would be if I could get this little army in Paris. It'd take me about 3 or 4 turns. Because I haven't been building roads like a dope. I need to start doing that. That's my problem. But, take me a minute to get over there, but I've got some pretty elite troops, so if I can hold out or if I can whittle them down, I can take it back. I know it's not my objective, but things are moving slow up there, so I'm just trying to give you guys something to watch, so we'll take 3 turns. Louis Nicolas Davout is embarking on a journey to go reinforce Munich. Meanwhile, the Grand Arme'e is marching through the English Midlands, giving these towns what for. And can I see their army? I can. It seems pretty much like mine. I could attack London now. I think I'm gonna do it. Just gonna save it real quick here. Okay. And let's just go for it. You know what? I'm feeling it. I am feeling a victory. It's 50-50. Our forces are just about even. Mine's a little bit more experienced. I think it's going to be an absolute bloodbath. Highland Foot Regiment, man, there's going to be some cool units in this battle. Cool units. Okay. Ooh, alright. Battle for London. Napoleon Bonaparte versus Arthur Wellesley. Oh boy, this is going to be insane. Alright, let's pick a good spot for my battery. Although it's flat. Freaking England. Got these hedgerows for some cover maybe though. I mean this I feel like gives me a pretty good field of view of what's going on. I could split the batteries, but I've had a hard time defending things like that in the past. Or I can really see stuff from the top of this elevated position. Have any elevated positions over here? Not really. Okay, we might have to put the battery up on this hill because they'll be able to shoot over our guys. So let's put all my cavalry pretty much in one place and put the chasseurs up front, and then all of the artillery which will take up quite a bit of room right behind this hill, so they can do as close as possible, so they can get up onto that hill. Let's get our generals. Let's just keep them in one place for now. Now here is where we can send some militia and Voltigeurs to kind of scout, I guess. Yeah. Send them to scout. And then the young guard and old guard and grenadiers. Plus the militia. I don't want them to get hurt right off the rip. That might cause a rout. They're gonna make up the reserve. And then 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. We're gonna have one line of 6 right here. 6-foot infantry. And then a 6 here. And then the reserve force will kind of hold in the middle. And then we will have 2 units of lancers on this flank. And lancers and heavy cavalry on this flank. And we'll move them so they can get up into those trees a little more easily. And I think that's our deployment. Am I missing anything? I don't think so. There's a hot air balloon back there. That's kind of chill. Okay. Can I see the enemy's camp? I can. So let's take a look at what they've got. Some of these cool uniforms. Cool artillery there. Looking for some of the fancy units. Kind of like the all white with the bicorn hats. It's kind of funny. Okay. Where are all the cool guys? Ah, there's the Highland Foot. Look at those guys with their kilts. That's so cool. They must have ran away from Edinburgh when I went and took it. That officer, that drummer there. That's so cool. So cool. Hard time finding everybody. Of course, they've got so many units. Okay, well, I guess we'll have to see them during the battle, because I can't pick them out. So, without further ado, let's get my artillery up into a position to do something. Get them moving on the double. And then get my chasseurs up in front to defend them. Then my generals can hang out kind of in this dip behind the tree so that they're not so easy to snipe for now. My reserve force can move up a little bit. Scout out with them. Put you guys up here. And put you guys over here along this fence line. Cavalry can move up into these trees for now. It's going to be a lot of setup to this battle. And they are trying to close on this flank, I believe. So we're actually going to hold this cavalry back and readjust these guys. Because it looks like they're going to try to engage me from somewhere over there. Which is fine. My guys can hang out in the trees. You know what? I'm okay with that. I am genuinely okay with that. Because the artillery can rain down on them from over here. Yeah, I'm okay with my guys hanging out in the trees. And then, since they don't have any guys really able to flank over there, we can get all this infantry here and kind of move them up to support their brethren. Kind of make sure we've got a visual on them. So far, everything's looking good. The sooner we can get that artillery down, the better. And they really are kind of doubling down on this, moving on this flank thing. They've got a massive line. Mine's a little more condensed, but I'm going to be able to reinforce myself a bit more easily, I would say. So let's get those guys a little closer to my artillery, move up the reserve force so that they're not in the middle of nowhere. And then Napoleon will hang out in these trees behind this battery while... I can't tell who they are by their portrait. Oh! Marshal Ney will go over here into these trees, and then our other brave general, who I believe is Murat, maybe, will hang out in these trees. And I think I'm going to send my chasseurs up here to engage this cavalry, these dragoons. Get some shots off. Now, we learned last time what happens when you don't spread your units out, so I'm definitely going to do that. Put them on the other side of this tree line here so that they can't be shot at as easily. This may very well be the first few shots of the battle, although my artillery is pretty much in position. So let's get them the hell out of the way and unlimber all these guys. Okay, they are moving around in a way that I don't like, so I'm going to fall back. Now let's watch all hell break loose with these artillery. Boom. Oh god, why? Whatever, it is the casualties of war, I suppose. So they are unleashing over here on this British infantry. Taking a good swath out of this unit here. The 4th Regiment of Foot under fire as they move through this tree line. Absolutely insane stuff. Now, is their artillery firing back? It is. They've parked it in the tree line here, which is maybe smart? They're kind of firing into their own backs, though. So we're not going to worry about counter-battering. That doesn't seem like a very fruitful tactic. They are hitting the old guard. I don't like that, so I'm going to move them more behind these trees here. And my other units are actually getting pretty close to in range of stuff. So I'm going to leave them in these trees. I'm going to spread them out some. Maybe back this cavalry up a bit and move these guys to kind of meet up with the rest of the line. I'm gonna run them just so they don't get caught out. My men are taking some pretty rough fire as well. 40 men in one volley or barrage. That's kind of insane. I think my skirmishers are firing. Oh, but I am returning it right back to them. Lots of dead British soldiers there, ripping through their units. And let's see what my skirmishers are up to down here. Firing through the tree line, opening up on the British as the battle for London commences. It looks like they're gonna fire back here. We're gonna hold with them for as long as we can. Ooh, never mind. They probably need to back up now. That the fighting has begun with my Fusiliers. We probably can't see very much through those trees, but it seems to be working regardless. Absolutely barraging them with my artillery. So far, I'm pretty happy with the results. They are kind of getting around me a little bit, though. I'm gonna kind of fan our guys out to make up that difference. Uh-oh, they're trying to charge me with their cavalry here. Let's go into a square. I love the little banner bearer in the middle there. And an immediate rout. Let's get back into a line here. They did engage me through the trees, which I think is a favorable engagement for me. So far, our artillery is doing work if you can't tell from all that smoke. They're kind of just suicidally charging me. Is it British honor? Is that what's going on here? For the sake of honor? My men are doing okay. We are losing a few. I'm probably going to go into a square there and back these guys up some. They've got a square formed over there. Let's get our cavalry a little bit closer to the action in case they're needed. Absolute carnage happening over here. So we have taken some casualties, but nothing to be too concerned about yet. Fill in the gaps in the line here. So far, geez, the earth is quaking from all this artillery. Ripping up my unit now. And they look like they're not having a good time. Some combined arms here going on between the artillery and their infantry. If I could get to their artillery, that would neutralize a massive threat.
Our men are running, sir.
Ah, okay. So their tactic of just charging me head on seems to be having some effect now. Oh yes, there's a melee in the trees. Okay, so we are being flanked. So let's send in the young guard and some grenadiers to kind of shore up this situation over here. So in the middle here, we're just grinding them up on this road, but they are kind of doing the same to an extent in this forest. We've taken a lot of casualties in this smoke-filled forest. Barely able to see the enemy ahead of them. As they charge for me again. They want this forest. And they do currently have numbers. So I've had to pull up my reserves already because they have just amassed. But they're very far from their lines, so let's just get these guys out of the action. Their morale is not looking good.
Our men are running, sir.
We do have some more men retreating, though. Let's go in on these guys with some lancers over here. And you know what? My cavalry might be able to seize this opportunity to take out their artillery. They do not have any more units on this flank. We have ground them up pretty well. Still fighting here. looks like they are kind of winning on this flank here. We're managing to stave off the attack. So it looks like my horsey boys. I'm gonna send the chasseurs to go shoot the cavalry. And then send the lancers into their back. So I'm going to send the rest of the reserve to shore up this line over here. It's looking kind of dodgy. Marshal Ney, get in there and inspire his men. Get these poor souls out of combat. So it looks like they may have... No, they did not have time to form a square. And they are countercharging my chasseurs. So my lancers are doing some work on them. So it looks like they have successfully protected their artillery and staved off this cavalry attack. So let's just get them out of there. And they are pressing into this flank hard. We've got to shore up this line here. Sound the horn with Ney. Okay, so we are gonna have to fall back and try and shore up this line.
Our men are running, sir.
We've got a lot of retreating units. Just get out of there, boys. It's erupted into chaos on this right flank. I've been micromanaging too much. On this left flank, rather. I've been micromanaging too much on the other side. See if we can't shoot at their cavalry there. Send our boys in to cover the retreat. Oh, and the artillery is ripping up the British at close range. The militia fighting valiantly.
Our men are running, sir.
They are really doing a number on that flank. Okay. We have got to cancel this artillery or target it somewhere else. They are damaging our own men too much. And their artillery has moved out of the forest, so let's shoot at it as opposed to our own guys in the back. That was a horrible decision on the part of our artillery there, and they have taken over this forest for sure. For sure. Okay. So now we've shored up a little bit more of a line over there, as they have gotten behind us but are surrendering. It's turned into an absolute melee. Oh, and we are routing them now, but I want to maintain this formation, so let's get back, guys. I'm gonna set all my guys to come back here.
Our men are running, sir.
It's probably our cavalry up here, who is sniping their cavalry on the periphery of the battlefield here, displaying their gallantry. And we are counter-battering the hell out of them. Looks like an imminent retreat. Yes, we have began to rout their artillery. As they continue to charge us.
Our men are running, sir.
I want to say it's going favorably for us, but I really can't tell. Let's move those guys back some. Maybe I shouldn't give them the ground. I'm not sure. They are flanking now. And this artillery probably should switch targets. Shoot at those men instead. There's this other general. Let's get him back to safety. Where's Napoleon? Still hanging out. Now we've got our artillery firing point blank at these British here. And our men are still holding out against this onslaught on this flank. And there's their general. So many dead British. I think we are gaining the upper hand finally here. As they continue to charge. Let's boost our morale with Ney there. We may have to send the cavalry that's protecting Napoleon in to break this frontal assault. Switch these guys to canister shot as the enemy gets closer here. Hopefully rip them up a bit. Rack the bodies high. As the cavalry does break through the line. Onward to their commander men.
We have killed their generals.
And with that, I believe we have finally gained what we needed, but at a heavy, heavy price. Their brave artillery crew has charged some Fusiliers up the line as they will be gunned down in the back. The forest of death as the British still continue. The 12th Regiment continues to fight for their lives amongst bodies and smoke. Bodies everywhere in this forest. Live ones and dead ones. We will ride down the rest of their forces here. Just to avoid any more friendly fire, we're going to turn our battery off now and assess the situation. Oh, never mind. There's still a British unit here. Let's give them some canister, boys. And they immediately rout as they get belayed by the canister shot. Some brave souls continue to hold a line back here. That 16th Regiment. Routing from the cavalry charging into them. And the 24th Garrison not far behind. Finally breaking. And somehow my chasseurs did survive. Let's go ahead and start riding down. the other units, making sure they don't return. I don't see much of anything that's left. I'll let them continue to fire as our men regroup, very tired from a battle well fought. As we take a look through this haunting scene in the forest. So much death. And now the battlefield is becoming quiet. As the defenders lick their wounds and try to escape with their lives. Wow. The cannons never stopping. And that pretty much wraps this one up, so I'm just gonna speed it up from here on out as they make their way off of the battlefield.
Sir, your general has been killed. This is a black
What?
day.
My general... Oh, there are a few more units. I knew there had to be. Nay died! No! They had some guerrilla cavalry sneak out of the woodwork and get me. I was celebrating my hard-fought victory, and out of nowhere appears this British retaliation. It's a suicidal mission. They know they can't survive, and they took out Ney just out of spite. And now they run away, knowing their lives are lost. Ah, they've mounted... Oh, there's some in the back. I was wondering where that extra... Where it was saying that extra force was coming from. Oh, we've got to assemble them in. Get Napoleon out of there. They've even managed to set up a cannon back here. What is going on? Okay, this is interesting. Alright, let's use this other general to go get that cannon, I guess. As my beleaguered Fusiliers try and save some time. Stave off the British-Dutch line infantry. What if this was the Highland Regiment over here? Oh, I was gonna absolutely freak out if that was the Highland Regiment. Alright, let's send our general after their artillery here. Our lines are now forming up. Just when we thought the battle was over, the British show one final act of defiance. Even the general's staff had to get involved in this bloody affair.
Glorious victory, sir. Is soon to be yours.
And for the final act, I believe we will charge them. End it as it began. Even the generals Murat and Napoleon shall join this melee. What are they still shooting at? I'm so confused. Oh, there's another British artillery over there. Napoleon himself engaging in combat. Forcing the final rout. Who other than Napoleon himself?
Sir, your general has been killed.
Oh no, who died?
This is a black day.
It wasn't Napoleon, was it? Joachim Murat? Marshal Ney, no. No, I thought I was being slick. No, Napoleon, get out of there. Where did these British units... They were just hanging out. What? What is this? Okay, we're sitting in the horses to go deal with this. Their artillery just managed to sneak through the woods and begin shooting in mine. That is incredible. Ah, there we go. And with that, please tell me the chapter closes. This is actually kind of getting a little insane. Thank you. Thank you. Alright, let's see what the damage was.
La vertu et la valeur invaincue!
So they brought 12,000 troops to the battle. We brought 8,000. They lost almost every single man. And we lost 5,000 men. What a bloodbath. Not much of the army remaining. Wow. Only about a third of the original army. So we are going to sack London because we can. And then spend all that money probably rebuilding the infrastructure. No, not too bad. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. London now belongs to Napoleon and the French. Crazy stuff, ladies and gentlemen. So with that, I believe I'm gonna end episode 2 on that note. I did not expect to be at this point already. Almost to our objective. This may only be a 3-parter. But I hope you enjoyed it. As always, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you thought of this episode. It was a crazy one for sure. And please, of course, no matter what you do in life, just don't roll a 1.